Hey, look out. It's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
What a pleasure to talk to this young lady, singer-songwriter Estella Kirk. She's got a project that's out. She's releasing it a little bit at a time, but you can hear some good stuff. It's called Running on Low. Estella, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor to come on here and be able to talk to you guys today.
Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
I'm an aficionado when it comes to the TikTok. So I was on the TikTok and seeing some of your videos, and they're awesome. So check out her TikTok. No, I don't. I have no clue. I accidentally find TikTok, but I'm assuming that is that your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband that you are doing those TikToks with. It's just really, it's awesome.
That's my boyfriend. Yeah. So I just recently actually created a music account.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to be as real as possible on TikTok and just show my life. It's called Estella.Kirk. So
Estella.Kirk. And Estella, one thing before we get into the music, I really want to encourage you to put more pictures up in your room. I don't know that you have enough. The wall looks a little
I
bare back
know,
there. Talk about your wall
yes,
back there.
they're falling off, but it's actually a collage kit from Teza, I believe that's how you say
Okay.
it. But it's just a bunch of like collage pictures. Honestly, they need to come off. I need to do
Time for a
something
new
different.
new look. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should do pictures of Rick and Dan all behind you there. It would be awesome, I think.
Yes, for sure.
There you go. Running on Low is Estella's new project. It is out, and as I mentioned, she's releasing it a piece at a time. Every Friday, you release one. It's on your stuff's on Spotify. I'm a Spotify guy, so I was listening to you this morning on Spotify. Good stuff. You can go to EstellaKirkMusic.com. Let's talk about running low. How long have you been working on this, and what are you excited about on this project?
I'm so excited about this. There are so many personal stories on this album and just songs that I believe God laid on my heart. I've been working on this I would say it's been in the working for a while because these stories go back to, gosh, when I was 14. I wrote Running on Low about this time in my life when I just felt like I was kind of going through the motions and I couldn't really talk about music. I had kind of lost my passion for it. And it's just a very real song that talks about running, but running without God. And then we end up just running on low. And that's kind of the inspiration. And I would say Running on Low is the most relatable song on the album for sure.
Now, you say you got to a point where you were sick of music or maybe not wanting to do it as
Yeah.
much. What do you think led you to get to that point?
I think doing it for myself and doing it without God, there was just
Mm,
a time where I didn't want to talk about it. I couldn't really speak about it, and I think it was just because I was so lost with who I was. And
Hmm.
I know that so many teens relate to that. It's just the feeling of being lost and not knowing what your next step is or where your direction is. And then I just felt God telling me to write about him and to pursue what he's called me to do, and that's Christian music for sure.
awesome.
Estella Kirk, running on low, and there is a song released every Friday. Then April the 14th, the entire project will be on wherever you get your music. You can, of course, purchase it, listen to it on Apple Music, Spotify, et cetera. Something I was just going to ask you, and I just lost it. It just jumped right out of my brain. It's as I listen to your music, it's very well done. Are you the
Thank
singer
you.
songwriter? Do you play any instruments, or who's your crew that you got together to musically put this project together? These projects.
Yeah, so I play guitar and I am a singer-songwriter. So I do co-write on all of these songs, but I have some amazing people who have helped me out with all of these songs. The first four I wrote with Mama Jan and Abe Parker, who are
Yeah,
Mhm.
actually based out of Atlanta.
I
yeah,
And
know Mama
then,
Jan. We've had her on the show before. We love
yeah,
her.
yeah,
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 Yeah.
yeah.
she's awesome. She's so awesome. Um, and then the last five I actually wrote with a group called OC Hit, and they're out of California.
Awesome. So, if you were to sum it up into one, one little thing, what would you say you want folks to walk away with when they listen to music by Estella Kirk?
I just want them to relate to the music. I want them to draw closer to God and just really resonate with all of these songs because they're all just such personal stories.
Mm.
Estella Kirk, it is running on low. And again, check it out. And then by the 14th, the entire project will be going. Now, I read a little bit of your bio. You've done so many amazing things, including acting. Are you doing any acting anymore, or are you done with that? Is music your number one as far as your craft is concerned? Or what's going on with you?
So, music is definitely my number one, but I have recently got back into acting. There was just this Christian project that I'm working on currently, and I can't say much about it, but I am so, so excited for this project. It is exactly where my heart is, and yeah, I can't say much about it, but I can soon. So I'm so
Okay.
excited.
There's a big tease for you right there.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could tell you all about it, but I'm
Well,
so excited. That's all I can say.
well, we can't wait to hear more about it. So when you are able to talk about it,
Yeah,
we need to
yeah.
talk again and find out
Yeah.
what the big secret is.
Yes.
Another song that you've got that I'd like to ask you about is "Someone I'm Not." I just love the title of that. Talk about who you are that you're not.
Yeah, so I wrote that song during a time when I would just scroll on social media and compare my life to other people. Just it talks about waking up and looking in the mirror and not knowing who you are.
Hmm.
And that's kind of how I felt every day for quite some time. So that song is very personal, and I know that so many teens relate to it. And yeah, I love that song because it just shares such a side of my heart that I haven't shared before.
Have you had any other teens that have said, "Oh my gosh, this is me"? You are writing from my perspective here on that.
Yeah, I've had a lot of DMs on Instagram, especially with just like 13, 14-year-old girls telling me that they relate so much to this song.
Hmm.
I think that's one of the main reasons why I really like it because I know that it just starts that conversation of, "Hey, like, I relate to you. I know where you're coming from." Like, I totally feel that every single day,
Right.
and I think that it's helped so many people with the bridge of the song because the bridge actually talks about how we find God through that, and we can put our worth and our value in Him.
Hmm.
And so it's just it takes you through this time of like, "Oh, that's how I feel. I so relate to that." And then, "Oh, but God, like He's there walking every step of the way with me."
Hmm.
That's so good. That's someone I'm not. There are 8 others: Sweeter Than Honey, Safe in You, Be With You, Through the Woods, Running on Low, 17 Hours, Losing Game, and The Machine. Where are we in the as far as releases this Friday? Which number will be released?
This Friday is "Be With You."
Okay.
So it's a more of a pop song. Well, not more, it is a pop song. And it's just kinda I wanted to with this album, I wanted to kinda share all of my life, um, not just one part of it, and so
Mhm.
this album tells this literally goes through everything during my life, so it's super exciting to share.
Well, we'd love to see what you're doing, and especially with the "Someone I'm Not." Rick and I were just talking earlier today. Rick brought up a survey that had come out just recently of Gen Zers and how many Gen Zers are suffering from depression.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it has to do with social media and looking at it and going, "Oh, my life's not perfect like all these other people." So the fact that you're singing about that and giving girls hope, I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's my main focus. I mean, I feel like that's where God's called me is to talk about Him and to lead especially to lead teenagers to Him,
Yeah.
so
The
Awesome.
project is called Running on Low, Estella Kirk. All right, 17 hours. Did it take you 17 hours to write it, or what? What's the deal on that one?
No, this one took me, like, an hour
Wow.
and a half. Yeah, this song tells such a story. Like, I love this song with my whole heart because I say that about all of them, but this one, it talks about long distance and a long distance relationship being 17 hours away,
Wow.
and it kind of takes you through the whole story of that from going on a plane to leaving them to, you know, calling them. Like, it's such a story, and it reminds me of a Taylor Swift song. And yeah, I'm so excited about this one.
Awesome.
Well, we want people to listen to it, listen to the entire project, get it a piece at a time. And then on the 14th, the entire project will be there for you. EstellaKirkMusic.com. And as soon as Estella lets us know, you know what's going to happen, Dan? We're going to be watching another season of The Chosen, and we're going to see, wait,
That's Estella
is that
Kirk.
Estella?
Oh
And
my
we'll-
goodness.
And we'll say, we knew Estella when,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And she'll say, Rick and Dan, who?
Yeah, really. That's what they all say. Estella, thank you so much. You're such a delight, and we'd love to talk to you again, maybe after the 14th or so, and see what people are saying. And we'd love to talk to you more about Mama Jan. She's amazing. She's been on the show, and I love hearing her sing. She is. I love her style. So
Yeah.
it's just good stuff. Thanks for hanging with her. And no doubt you had she stretched you probably, right? And you had a great. Yeah. She stretches us being on the show, doesn't she, Dan?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And she tells us not to sing.
Yeah. It's awesome. Estella Kirk, check out her stuff, and soon to be in a television show or a movie near you. We'll let you know what's going on there. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.